About a week ago, I discovered an application that allows users to meet random strangers online in a live video or chat roulette style. And once a chat is initiated, users can either choose to stick around for a conversation or simply swipe to reveal the next stranger. I did a little research and discovered that various applications of this nature have been in existence, with some already banned or facing controversy for the type of interactions that go on in such spaces. After a week of being on the application, I had succeeded in having a prolonged and meaningful conversation with just two users. Then it dawned on me I was living inside a paradox. I called it the internet paradox at the time, having no knowledge that such a term already existed, as coined by Crott and friends in 1998. I'll put the link in the description. Nonetheless, this paradox sat with me until I decided to turn it into content. So here we are. It's 2026, and since the invention of the internet, technological innovation has been at the forefront of virtually every human enterprise, with the promise of making our lives better, healthier, and well connected. But is that truly the case? Are we living better, healthier, and well connected lives? Whatever your answer may be, I simply would like to tell you that we certainly aren't going back to the Stone Age. As a favorite creator of mine used to say, the genie never goes back into the bottle. The internet is here to stay and for all its benefits as well as its negatives. But I'm here to discuss a paradox we experience as members of the internet age. I was about 10 years old when I first heard someone say that the world has become a global village. They were probably referring to the instantaneous connectivity of mobile devices at the time and the dawn of social media. Today we have apps like Snapchat, WhatsApp, X, TikTok, and most others. With a click, we can easily connect with a family member, a friend, or even a stranger. These apps also allow us to put our lives on full display, from our daily routines to our fashion inspos and artistic masterpieces. And yet, Gen Z boasts being called the loneliest generation, with significant increase in mental health disorders. It seems as though we have it all, but behind closed doors, we are the loneliest, most anxious, depressed, and suicidal generation modern society has ever known. This is known as the paradox of connection. For an app like the one I described at the start, interaction is largely shallow, banal, and flimsy. It offers interaction which is at best tolerable and resigned. And this is in part because the human brain, plastic as it is, hasn't quite adapted to filtering this much sensory input. We go out and see thousands of faces every day on the streets, in buses, trains, planes, pubs, clubs, and everywhere else. We then replicate that experience, but digitally. I mean, isn't it just too much? And the crazy thing is that there are people and families whose livelihood have solely come to depend on the internet. At this point, even the common man still needs the internet. Nothing prepared us on how to live digital lives, and as tiring as it may be, there is no escaping it. I hate to be the one who says it, but I think that for a large part of the Gen Z population, connection is performative or has become performative with their peers and loved ones. People fake smiles, fake laughs, people fake understanding and fake empathy. But it's not necessarily anyone's fault, it was just inevitable because most of us are exhausted and overstimulated to even care anymore. But I think that this predicament, our collective predicaments, this loneliness that we feel just serves a purpose. Just like every uncomfortable biological stimuli, it pushes us to seek out genuine human connection, not filters in a screen, not digitally distorted voices, and definitely not masqueraded personalities. While writing this, I had a crazy thought that I like to share. It goes this way: what if I went out to an event and I met someone, and upon establishing a baseline connection, we decide to meet at a specific place on a specific time, maybe once a week, month, or year, and we don't exchange any digital contacts, no numbers, no social media handles, no emails, just a few words and faith in real human connection. Starting to sound like Before Sunrise if you've seen the movie, but it's not just about romance and just trying to look for something that is physically present and grounding. I also want to note that it thrills me when I walk through the streets in the city that I'm in and I see people together at the bar, in clubs, or walking and talking alongside each other. It makes me believe that maybe all hope isn't lost And in the end, we are humans after all, and we still need real physical interaction with members of our species. We need our own adventures, and we need to hear stories of the adventures of others, not merely through gorilla glasses, but through the horse's mouth. Yeah, if you dig it. I'm not advocating that people give up social media entirely. Like I said earlier, the genie never goes back into the bottle. I simply believe that if we recognize the potential damage being caused by our obsession with our digital lives, then we can start to shed off that dependency in search of something real and alive. There are people out there, some more broken or insane than others, and it's time to go out and meet them. The internet contains so many paradoxes and so many contradictions, most of which now shape human personality, human intelligence, human relationship dynamics, and our overall existence as a species. But maybe that's a topic for another day. And if you would like to see me make more of these videos, then hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to share, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe again. I mean, it's still the internet, but it can also be a force for good. I hope to see you around, and yeah, see you in the next video.